This is Yukimoto, and you are watching Black Rose Duelist. Okay, so this is the only blonde wig that I have, and I tried my best to make it fit Yugi, and I think I really did try. And I guess the thought is what counts. I mean, I brought a dual disc, so I really did come prepared. I am Yukimoto, and I'm Yugimoto because I am bringing you my top 5 Yu-Gi-Oh characters from any Yu-Gi-Oh anime. Um, the final prop, and I promise this is the final prop, I brought a gold chain to represent all the duelists I sent to the Shadow Realm. I don't know why a gold chain represents that. I'm just trying my hardest here, to be honest. So anyway, let's kick it off. Number 5. Number 5 here on our countdown goes to Soros Yunnan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. My camera is lagging a ton. I'm sorry about that. I look like a crazed monkey, but what else is new? Okay, so I say Soros Yunnan is number 5. Well, it's my countdown. But I haven't really liked a character like Sora in a while, especially because, Zexel. But it was just an horrible anime, don't watch it. But a lot of people have not watched Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, and they really should. And Saurus Yunnan is definitely my favorite character from it, because every time he comes on screen, like, I just lit up. Like, he's so much fun to watch. He has a little popsicle or, like, a candy cane thing. And he always, like, bites it, and he supports, like, Yuya like he's his brother, and the whole being obsessed with him, it was so much fun. And then his mom, Yuya's mom, treating Sora like Yuya's brother, it was just so entertaining to watch. Not to mention, Sora's got some duel skills. He won, like, 6 duels in a row to be qualified for a championship thing, and he's a pretty good dueler. Honestly, if he was a main character, he would win all of the duels. I know, I see you, animators. You just make him lose to extend the plot. But, if this was a real duel, Soros Yunnan would beat that Raid Raptor trash, okay? And that Performer Pal. Like, who plays Performer Pals? Fluffles is where it's at. Anyways, my Yugi wig is not on point. Sorry. But yeah, Soros Yunnan is my number 5 from my top 5 Yu-Gi-Oh characters, because his personality is just so cute. Number 4. Okay, so number 4, and yeah, wigs off, girls. Sorry, just the wig wasn't working. It wasn't what it was meant to be. I look like I don't have a head anymore. Still have the dual disc and the gold chain, but the gold chain, I mean, it feels really cold. It feels like it's been in the freezer for the past 10 years, and it just touched my neck, and 5 ice cubes. That's all I have to say. Negative 500 Fahrenheit, if that's possible. So, number 4 is Pegasus. I don't know his last name. Sorry. Just look at him. He served the creepy feels that we needed, and he's kind of like the main enemy of Yugi, in my opinion. I guess Kaiba, but Kaiba's more of a rival than an enemy. I watched a video, I think it was by the D-Boys crew, and they said how he's kind of more like a protagonist than an antagonist, and I kind of agree. But anyways, that's Kaiba, not Pegasus. So Pegasus, I have always had a strange liking to Pegasus, because I've always really liked the Toon deck, and I always thought it was really cool how he was a creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! And, like, the cards. He was like, I can still remember his, like, mansion. I remember Yugi going to his, like, mansion. It was, like, this paradise, like, island that he lived on. And he's, like, had his own, like, duel room in his house. And, I don't know. He was just really cool. He was, like, rich and famous, made all the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, played a really cool deck. He had, one of the god part things, the Egyptian thing, the eye, kind of like Kakashi. I think that's what inspired Kakashi, in my opinion. That's what I think. Also, I got to not meet, but I got to see the guy whose voices Pegasus in last year's nationals. So I've always liked him from that too. Seemed like a really cool guy. So I mean, a cool guy voices a character. He's got to be cool too. He also played Wind Ups, which is my first/second favorite deck, tied with Morphtronics. Anyways, if he was in this new series, he'd probably play Wind Ups. That's what I'd like to believe. And I don't know. I just really like Pegasus. He's really cool. And yeah, next.
Number 3.
We are joined by the one and only dun, 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 dun. This is Hero Dueler 99. He hasn't made a video in 5 years, so we brought him on to make a video. So number 3 is Zane Truesdale. Zane was like kind of Jaden's main rival. I didn't really like Chaz, and I'd rather have him as his rival, to be honest. He's more strong, and he has a better deck, and he just seems more villainous and strong than Chaz with his Ojamas. Like, wow, you have Ojamas, how cool. So does Noobs at Locals. So, like, I just thought Zane was a lot more, like, built together. He was in the Obelisk Blue, and then he was in another thing. And he has, like, he's like a demon killer and whatever, I don't know. But he was just like, he was Jaden's main rival, in my opinion. Now, you seem to disagree with me, Hero Dueler 99.
No, I don't disagree with you. It's just he was his main rival in Season 1. And then in Season 2, there was...
Master Phoenix.
Yes, that hoser over there. And then in Season 3, we had the Sorcerers of Light. And then in Season 4, which this hoser never watched, we had Darkness. It's so scary.
I disagree. I think Zane was his main rival throughout the show.
I have videographic evidence to support my claim. Do you have videographic evidence to support your claim?
This isn't 9th grade English class. I will move on from here. I think Zane is the really good character overall because it basically was like, wow, look at Cyrus. He's like the fail of the Truesdale family. And then all of a sudden you have Zane. He's like the foil. That's a good word. Know what foil means.
No, this is not a great English, boy.
Okay, so basically it was like, wow, Cyrus is such a little kid and he's a scrub. And then all of a sudden his brother comes in, like the #1 duelist in the Duel Academy. And it was just like, Cyber Dragon, kill you in one hit. And like, yeah. Final thoughts on Zane?
Well, I have a final thought about Cyrus. He sucks. A lot.
Actually, Roy's is the best deck of all time. So,
Oh, of course it is. Even though he plays Cyber Darts at the end of Season 3.
hashtag Roy's for the win.
Number 2.
Okay, we're back with number 2. Oh, my just head showed. Okay, we're back with number 2. And number 2 is Yugi/Yami because they're the same person, kinda.
No. Other than that.
So I think Yugi is one of the best characters/Yami because basically, well, he was the one that we basically got introduced to. Like, when we first became Yu-Gi-Oh fans, we all saw Yugi and was like, I want to be like him. I want a dark magician and a dark magician girl. And we were just like, yeah, Yugi. And he's just kind of like the face of Yu-Gi-Oh! And he's like, his grandfather is a card shop owner, so that gives him some points, I guess. I don't know. He's just really cool, and I really like his deck. Magicians are always like one of my favorite like archetypes. And he has like some of the best cards in the game. And yeah, I really like his story, how he has the Egyptian like piece thing. And
Call the Millennium Puzzle, you noob.
sorry. Okay, now he has some opinions.
Well, first off, Yugi and Yami are not the same because one of them knows how to duel and the other is just a big old scrub. I mean, Yugi's the scrub, like, clearly, because he's like a foot shorter. He's not an ancient pharaoh in all his awesomeness. And also, I mean, if you just, like, look at him. They're just, I mean, Yugi's just staring at him like, oh, I'm your bitch now. Sad face.
So what did you actually think of him as like a duelist?
Yugi?
Yeah.
Well, I have to give him some credit, even though he hasn't beaten anyone except for the Pharaoh. And Joey. But yeah, Joey. Yeah.
Joey is life.
Not even Joey.
Okay, actually, I should have put Joey instead of here. Joey is awesome, but actually, Yugi is the face of Yu-Gi-Oh. Get it? Yugi, Yu-Gi-Oh. If you didn't ever get that, then I think you should quit.
Hold up. I have to check something right here, because if Yugi is clearly the face of what is called Yu-Gi-Oh, then he would clearly be right here. Hold up.
Yu-Gi-Oh pairings.
No, I just choked that. Hold up. Right here.
I actually also another thing. I think the Joey versus Yugi was like one of the best rivals like of all time in like any of the animes. I think
That doesn't look like Yugi to me, boy.
that's Yami. I said Yami/Yugi.
Yeah, but they're not one and the same. You said Yugi was the face of Yu-Gi-Oh, when it was Yami that did everything. Yugi was just there running in circles with his tail up his ass.
Well,
Yeah.
I think that's enough for Yugi. We have mixed feelings about him. Okay, now for number one. Number one. Hello, we're here with number one. So number one is Yusei Fudo. Yusei is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character because he came from nothing. He was like a poor hobo with like getting marks on his face from like a rapist or something. I don't know. That's what it was, right?
No, but he got arrested.
Okay.
In that prison. Randy probably got raped in the prison, but that's not the point.
Okay, anyways, I just liked his story, how he came from, like, nothing to something, like, started from the bottom, now we're here, right? Like,
He was always the best duelist in his hobo society.
I really liked how, I really liked in this series how they did the turbo duels, and I really thought that was an interesting way, and how he always fixed his, like, car or what motorcycle thing, and, he has probably the best deck, in my opinion, of all the main protagonists. Do you agree?
No, because first off, I liked when Jack Atlas screwed him over. That was a really fun time. Also, the best main character deck has to be Neospatian, because I mean, Chrysalis are too cute. Chrysalis are
Ignore his irrelevant opinion.
Hey.
Okay, so Synchrons and Synchros, like, he could pull out, like, a shooting Quasar Dragon. What are we gonna do? Play a Elemental Hero Neos? Cool, like, Quasar, you up? You can't play Travel.
I can do whatever I want, boy.
I'll negate it with my, like, 5 negation effects.
I'll chain Travel Tribute.
I will negate it again. Anyways, Synchrons were really cool, and the whole Synchro support. The whole love story with Akiza and him was so fun, right? That's like really big on the internet.
I mean, if you watch the end of the show that we never got here in #America, because, I mean, you know, posers at, like, Tokyo TV or whatever, or whoever gives it to us,
I'm gonna get sued now.
yeah, probably, but, you know, I don't care. The ending was the biggest troll ever, because it's like, all Yusei had to do was stay in the city for, like, 20 more minutes. Just booping stuff.
But yeah, I thought he was one of the smartest. He was one of the most laid-back protagonists. He was kind of like really smart. I think he's the oldest, right?
I mean, what's
He looks the oldest. I mean, no, Yuma's definitely the oldest. He's 30.
He's 30.
I bet Astral's like 5,000. I never got Astral. If you notice, none of the Zexel people are on here because that was horrible. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Zexel was the worst show. Zexel is worse than freaking Rugrats.
Yeah.
It's worse than SpongeBob. Yeah, SpongeBob's awesome.
SpongeBob's great.
SpongeBob.
Okay, so another thing I liked about Yusei was I really liked his like how he had the sign and like his Stardust Dragon and how he made the
There were 5 people.
Crimson. I know, but he summoned the Crimson Dragon, and I thought that was one of the most epic moments ever.
Yeah, even though they should have given us a.
Because the whole they did. It's out now.
Well, no. I mean, like, what they should. Also, what I never understood. This is completely off topic, but still. When they had in like the freaking Yu-Gi-Oh show with like those like armor pieces that like Joe put on, should have given us those.
Well, Dragon's Legend too.
Yep.
So yeah, that's my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh character. What's yours? Comment down. Comment down below your favorite character. Who's your favorite character? I don't know what that voice was. Who's your favorite character?
Mine would have to be hands down. Alexis. You win every time with that one. Can never lose.
Any final comments on Yusei Fudo?
Do I really have? Just look at him. Do I really have to comment?
It's awesome.
He speaks for himself.
How?
He looks retarded.
Well, that's the end of this
He
video,
looks
guys.
autistic.
Don't pick on my favorite character. Die! So comment down your favorite character below. I'll maybe include your guys' comments in the next video. He's dead. I can't move my computer. I think he's dead. Bye!